Hi, and welcome back to Retro Anime Realm, where today we shall be talking about Chapter 77 of the Dragon Ball Super manga. Now, about this chapter is a little bit as I'd feared, really, with it mostly being a flashback chapter, and nothing of note really happening in the present story. Still, what it had to offer us was still very enjoyable in my opinion. The chapter gives us a better look at the invasion of Planet Cereal, and how Bardock exactly came to save Monaito and Granolah. Much has been made about how Akira Toriyama's newer interpretation of Bardock is a bit of a softie compared to his previous self, but I think his character is handled delicately here. What I mean is that he was well written here and his character balanced correctly. Throughout this chapter, Bardock still appears to be very much a warrior, with a stoic and curt personality and way of speaking. He only saved Granolah and his mother Muesli due to seeing his son Goku or Kakarot not long before, and remembering his wife Gine's motherly love for the child. Goku at last finds out about his dad in this chapter, which has been a long time coming and something that fans have been waiting for many years. I stated last time that Goku has become more and more connected with his Saiyan roots over time, so I predict that he will probably start to prod Vegeta for more information about Bardock at some point. Vegeta makes a comment about how Goku must have inherited his father's soft-hearted nature, however, I don't think this is meant to be taken at face value and was nothing more than a quip on Vegeta's part. As for Monaito, we get to see how he became the sole living Namekian on the planet. Not for the first time we see Namekians being brutally slain by Frieza's forces. As a consequence, Monaito was given the 2 Dragon Balls with the Elder's dying breaths and their responsibility passed to him. From what we've seen, Monaito isn't a particularly gifted Namekian. Bardock states that he has a power level in the hundreds, and his healing powers are also not as refined as someone like Dende. Also, and rather importantly, we find out that Elec was responsible for Muesli's death. With his thirst for revenge, it's expected that Granolah will now try and find the Heaters and kill them. The Heaters are well on their way to obtaining the second and last Dragon Ball, however, so who knows what they will wish for and where the story will go from here. Interestingly, Gas implies at the end of the chapter that he fought against Bardock and lost. We see him flying off to do so at the end of the flashback. What's fascinating about this is that Gas has been painted as being strong and easily handled Bardock's energy blast earlier in the chapter. I've seen some fans speculate that this may be pointing to a possible Super Saiyan transformation for Bardock, and if this is the case, I personally feel it would be a disaster for the Dragon Ball story in general if not handled correctly. We'll find out next month, I guess. In conclusion then, this chapter was largely a flashback, but it was still very enjoyable and helped to flesh out some of the backstories of characters like Granolah, Monaito, as well as some more information about Bardock's past. I'm largely hoping that we get some progress with the story next month, as we have had months of fighting before this chapter, with the story not really moving fast enough, which I feel is important with these monthly releases. Anyway, that's it for this analysis. See you again soon.